I'm telling you right now, I got sucked into this game like a fucking Hoover vacuum. The amount of exploration that I experienced in this game was unprecedented among all of the MMOs I have ever played. The world is so rich and full of life. There's always stuff to gather on. There's always stuff to go do, places to run around to, things to discover, chests to go explore, things to unlock, and things to it's just such a nice, rich, open world. There's always stuff to do in it. And then again, you've got crafting, alchemy, cooking, fishing, and literally everything you could want. Now I'm going to explain the life skilling. So as you're running around in the world, you can pretty much gather on just about... Let me pause this. Okay. You can gather on just about everything in the game, out in the world. So you can see I kill these boars right here. I'm after leather, basically. In this particular case, I'm looking to try to find cloth and stuff. Or like leather in this particular... And you see I'm marking it. You can mark your map with certain things, like different icons, so that you can tell where stuff is in the future. Okay, and you can see I'm getting rawhide, intermediate arc, subpar meat, right? The meat you're going to use in cooking, the rawhide you're going to use in crafting, the arc you're going to use in just about everything. Okay, this is butchering here. I also did a lot of logging and stuff. I don't think that note included a whole lot of the life skilling. I'll be honest with you. This is just the butchering, and I think I was doing like a rotation. I was trying to level up at this point, and I only had... Oh, okay, so he did include it. Okay, so this is horse taming. To be clear, there's not like traditional horse training in this game. Okay, and I'll admit I cheated a little bit. Okay, I cheated a bit. All right, don't judge me. I may or may not
select teleportal isolation. Temporal isolation.
Okay. Yeah, would you? I missed it.
Okay,
it's
that
fine.
didn't go well.
You sound so dead. I'm exhausted, bro. This is a 16-hour gaming session. I did all at once. Okay, so I wanted to make sure I got the horse that I wanted. I wanted a white horse. I was like, oh, boom. So I literally froze time and said, F it. And this is how I chose to complete this quest. You can try to run the horse down. There's not a formal horse training life skill in this game that I am aware of, but you do need to go out and catch your mounts when you want to get them. Okay, this is the beginner mount in like the first quest like this. And you'll notice I'm walking through like this is flax out here, and I love this as a biologist because that's exactly where you would think that flax would grow, like in a temperate climate and stuff. Very, very cool. Not too much water, not too little water. Availability here. Here's some rocks. Yeah, so you can find like rocks and like various ore and different things out in the world, and you can basically gather on everything. The better tool you have, the better durability and the better like drops you will get from that mob. So you'll notice I just knocked that rock down. That was a special one. It was like an ice crystal or whatever. I got an ice crystal, the intermediate arc again, which you need for like everything, and then flawed ice essence. Okay, so like every single tree that you see on your screen, every single animal, every single plant, all of this, like every single thing can be gathered on, and every single thing is used in a crafting recipe. Okay, so like you're using hoes, you're using logging axes, you're using mining axes, and all of it is super useful. I found myself so many times going back to town, I would craft a new piece of green gear. I'd be like, amazing. Are there falling trees? Yes. Yes, there are. It's really cool. It is really, really cool. So this is the, like, yeah, I got some lemons. Okay, sure. This is, again, I'm killing a mountain lion. We'll gather on that real quick. Crafting matters. Crafting is wholly essential. You don't have to craft if you don't want to. You can buy stuff in the marketplace from other players that are crafters, but crafting, it's going to be a trade that some adventurers are going to want to do. Some plants are a lot bigger than others and take longer times to gather. And I think this is similar to New World in this regard. But like you can see, this is a really big flax plant, so you get more resources if it's a bigger thing. Okay, and you get like you see, I got a warm fiber bundle that time. That's a really good drop from that plant right there. And I need this. I need the fiber bundles because I need these for my accessories right here. I'm like, okay, I need flax for accessories. I'm starting to understand where things actually.
Wave cheer Dex 100.
What things I need
Have
to gather.
they already said how they're going to deal with RMT?
Hold on. So I should pick up a bounty, sprint out to the bounty, kill a bunch of shit while I'm doing the bounty. The trees fall over. The rocks also explode. You can stand on the rocks before you mine them, so you can use them to get up to higher areas if you want to, and like use the terrain to your advantage, or you can mine the rocks away and they will disappear. And they'll explode at the end. The trees fall over. This is as fast as it gets, I think, right here. And again, you can level up doing anything you want in the entire game. So gathering will level you up relatively quickly. Like straight up, you like gathering and crafting level you up almost as fast as the mobs do. I will say, I think the fastest I was leveling up was doing. I know that the Black Desert players are going to be happy about this. I was literally doing a mob rotation. I found at the very end of time there was a boss. There was a boss I was killing with like pack of mobs. Gather on boars. Go kill the boss again. Pack of mobs. Go gather on the boars. Pack of mobs. And so like it was like kind of a combination of gathering and okay, so this is an arc tree. It was kind of a combination of gathering and killing mobs. But like, yeah, no, it was super impactful. This is an arc tree. You can see it's got the special glow. These are extremely rare and difficult to find. They also take longer to chop down. But at the end, and we'll get to this. Whoa, baby. Here we go. All right, here we go. You get a lot more EXP for chopping down the big trees. Okay. You also get more mats too, so there are rewards for it. Okay. I'm tracking my EXP. I'm like 44, 49. Okay, what is it? Okay, I got 200 EXP for chopping down one tree. Not bad. It's not 20 minutes chopping down. It's like 2 minutes tops. And that's the longest, by the way. That was the longest tree I ever chopped down. That was the longest one. Okay, in fairness. All right. Is there player trading? No, there's not. How are they going to approach RMT? I don't know. It's a good question. Probably the same way everyone approaches RMT. Ban everyone that does it. Pretty much just ban every single person that does RMT. That's probably the approach. Like track it, and it's pretty easy and obvious, right? Is there item durability? Yes, there is item durability on your tools, which you're going to run into as a life skiller. You're going to want to craft. Guys, you want to buy the white tools first and immediately upgrade to green as quickly as you can. As quickly as you possibly can. Okay, then again, getting the blue tools really good because again, the durability is definitely a lot better, and I think the drops are a little bit better too. Okay, max gathering 200. I have no idea what the max gathering level is. All right, this is me gathering. So I'm out in the world. I found some elk, and I was like, "Oh shit, bro! I need this shit for my gear." So I literally stopped in this field. I was in the middle of doing a quest. I stopped in this field and I killed all this stuff repeatedly in order to get a bunch of leather for my stuff. Okay, this is the edge of the closed beta. Like they didn't let me run beyond this field right here, so I'm like literally exploring the edge of the.
Somebody save me! Please,
Dynamic quest?
So these are quests that pop up in the open world as you're walking around. They pop up for you. I don't know if other people help you do this. It is red, which would imply that yes, other people can help you do this quest, but you get very significant rewards for doing these like random quests that will pop up in the world, and you have to like figure out how to complete this quest because there's not going to be very many guides that are going to show you how to do this because again, these are random. I guess eventually there will be guides on stuff like this, but again, this is just one of the dynamic quests that I found. You can see I found that he's a literal naked dude standing by the waterfall. Like, how the hell did you get over there? So you have to find a way to rescue this guy. How's the combat feel? Really good. Really, really solid. Definitely up to par. This is okay. So the camera a little janky here, for sure. Blind no hands, bro. You're so quiet now. Why are you guys giving blind no hands a problem? What is he talking shit, bro? Is he talking shit? What he talking shit? What's the meta looking like? One tank, one melee, one ranger? No, I don't think there's gonna be like. I mean, obviously, some people will have an idea of what they feel like is really good, but I think that you can absolutely. I think that you can play with just about any party of people. You could play 3 paladins. You could go 3 berserkers and do all of the content in the game, is my understanding. But I will tell you, paladins look like they're going to be kind of essential because based on their description as a class, we have not gotten to play them yet. But they have class buffs and like steroids and heals that you can give your allies in the heat of combat. I think that's going to be really impactful. The sorceress also does too. The sorceress is basically like wizard and witch from BDO. So you cast, you're a spellcaster, but you also have heals and stuff as well. Okay. The paladin is going to be very similar to this in that into like Valkyrie in BDO, like awakening Valk in BDO. Paladin equals shy. No, paladin equals Valkyrie, not shy. This is me, by the way, this is really early on in the game, so I'm still trying to figure out how the dodge mechanic and everything works at this point. You can see my axes. Everything's kind of white, and I'm just trying to figure stuff out. Okay, so I burned the... Apparently, I set that on fire. I'm still trying to learn how exploring the world works and walking around and stuff. I don't think I've even been up here yet to explore this this kind of region. Anyway, I have to... basically, I had to save that guy from the river. I won't show exactly how to do it, but like those dynamic quests will pop up basically all over the world. And this is me exploring the crafting for the first time and me realizing that like, oh my God, so all of this stuff that I've been gathering all this while actually all has a purpose and feels very meaningful. So you could make a lot of gold in this game by crafting stuff for other adventurers and selling it on the marketplace. In fact, I believe that that is intended to be that way. Some people will just want to run bounties and participate in the PvE content and buy their gear. Other people will want to craft it from scratch and make their money by selling stuff. Either way, you will level up at the same rate. It is basically, yeah, New World crafting system, yeah. Same shirt. He even made it a T2 sub. Nothing makes me wetter than a brand new subscriber. Look. Look. It's not always the same shirt, okay? It is not always the exact same shirt, but I have 5 of these, so it's going to feel like the same shirt each time, okay? Okay, this is the fishing right here, okay? And I kind of limp dick cast that. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna cast it better this time. I'm gonna cast it better. So you wind up. Here we go. Wind up. Oh. Okay, and that was another limp dick cast. That was... Not the best cast, but that's okay. You wait for the bobber to start going off here. You can fish anywhere that there's water. You basically activate it. Boom. What you get off the fish, by the way, there's no minigame. There's no minigame. It is literally just throw the rod in the water, and then you have to click when right when the bobber sinks in, and then that's it. You get it. Boom. Easy peasy. It reels it in and you get the fish. The type of fish you get is determined by whether or not you're fishing in fresh water or salt water and depth, as far as I'm aware. I only found fresh water while I was in the game, but again, the ocean, I wasn't able to interact with the ocean at all. But this is what the fishing looked like. It looked pretty cool. And again, I was basically just running around trying to gather and whatnot, so maybe I can show some of that. Yeah, this is me exploring the world a little bit. And just basically running around... trying to hardcore parkour. I'm trying to hardcore parkour up through stuff. How's the movement and jumping feel? Really smooth. You can see this is, what is this, some titanium? Yeah, so I'm mining some titanium here. I found I got my little helmet on. But again, so this is what the gathering looks like, guys. You just find these rocks and stuff out in the world. And after you break the rocks, I don't know if there's... Oh yeah, after you break the rock... it poofs. Watch. Bam! And we leveled it up. Easy peasy. We got... oh, it's platinum. Platinum is super useful in this game. Super useful. It's one of the high-grade materials you need for, like, purple crafting and whatnot. Very, very good. You find dead people laying all over the place. You can loot their bodies. That's pretty fun. I actually think that I'm pretty sure that right around here I actually found. Oh my god. Did I find it here? Oh no, this is the first time I find that boss, and I get absolutely rolled. I'm looking for. There's some really cool exploration that you can do in the game. You can see I basically gather on everything. I basically gather on everything that I find. Because that's what I do, bro. I spent hours gathering in this game. Hours just gathering and gathering and gathering. Note cut out basically all of it. But like I'm telling you, bro. Oh. I literally was like, yo, is there fall damage in this game? The question was asked and immediately answered. There is, in fact, fall damage. Do not fall down. So life skill levels, yes. Just like RuneScape, they're very grindy life skill levels. You're going to have to sit there and you'll have to grind for a long time in order to get your life skill levels up. I'm looking for some of the cool exploration stuff that you can do. Basically everywhere, guys, has something interesting. There's Easter eggs everywhere. If you're Destiny 2 fans, it feels a lot like Forsaken in that, like, you're like, hey, what's over there? And then you go over there and there's actually something there that the developers have left there for you as a reward for going to explore in that area, which is pretty cool. Now, obviously, the rest of Destiny didn't do that very well, but Forsaken did that pretty darn well. Oh, here we go. Oh, check this out. This, I don't think anyone else did this in the closed beta. What you're about to see is one of the cooler, unique things that I found. I found a cool gathering spot. I marked it on my map. I was like, cool, there's silver or whatever the hell over here. So I marked it there. No big deal. And then I was like, okay, well, you only live once, because there's this big, you're not told what this thing is necessarily here for. You know that this is like some sort of like void construct over here. But you're not really encouraged to go over here. So like I'm over here just minding my own business. No quest has sent me over here. I'm literally just out here. I'm like, oh, I found gold. Literally gold over here. This is, yeah, Unreal Engine 5. Mining my own business. Yeah, you see how I did that? Yeah, you see how I did that? And this is a perfect example of exploration in the game, and why this game captivated me so much is because I love life skilling. I love going around. I love crafting, and that idea that like I can craft and sell another player gear that I worked really hard to make, and then I get that reward, that gold reward for doing that. I love that aspect. Okay, so like I'm just running around exploring the world, just having a good time. I found some more silver. I'm looking at this. I'm like interested in I'm like, what's over here? What's over here? So I start running towards the center here. This is really spooky area. And again, there's nothing that told me to go over here. I wasn't encouraged necessarily to go here. I just kind of came over. You see how this is kind of Prometheus vibes? I was like, yo. I was like, I wonder if anything's down. You can see me checking if anything's down there. I'm like, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I think I went and got the respawn point before I jumped in here. How'd you get a chance to play this? It's really simple. I'm capital HM. They gave a certain amount of content creators the ability to do it. And I took the opportunity. He sucked off the Cacao dev. Guys, Cacao did not develop this game. Cacao publishes this game. Chrono Studios made this game. The developers and the publisher are very different. Cacao did not make this game. They publish it. I activated my Berserk stance, and I'm just like losing health for no reason. All I have to do is tap right mouse button to turn it off, but I don't understand it yet. So you can see me exploring this. I haven't quite felt that I want to go down there because it's kind of risky, and the respawn is really far away. So I come over here. I discover the respawn point. I gather a little bit more. And then my curiosity is piqued. And I say, F it, we're going in. I don't think anybody else tried this, by the way. I'm sure that at some point, you know, people will come over here and do this, but I didn't hear anybody talking about this. But again, this is just one of the many, many things where you're just running around. You're like, get YOLO, baby. You just send it. And instead of dying, it sent me into a load screen. I was like, where am I? What's going on? What's happening? This is not part of a quest. This isn't like I wasn't encouraged to come here. This is actually just crazy, bro. Come down here and then, okay. All right. Respawn point activated. Dark Souls initiated. Okay, we're going to run through. Here we go. Okay, don't stop. Okay, we're just going to keep running. Oh, there's something at the end of the hallway, and now we're getting roasted. Now we're getting roasted. Oh, God. Okay, all right. We're getting laser beamed. Okay, sure. Earthbreaker. Interestingly enough. Okay, activate levers to cut off his energy flow. I'm like, okay. Well, it's okay. He's going to stomp. No big deal. You guys remember Stompy before? That's Stompy. That's my boy right there. That's my G right there. The reason I was able to use Stompy and you don't see other people using it is because I discovered Stompy out in the world. You have to come out and do this stuff and you just uncover it. It's so cool. And that's what I love so much about Chrono. That's what really captivated me about the game is that like, I was like, okay, all right. So we activate these levers. I'm like, okay. Both levers must be activated. Okay, so we dodge the attack, activate the other lever. Boom. Dodge it. Okay, he's been temporarily neutralized. Okay, sweet. Here we go. This looks like a DPS phase. Okay, so we're going to DPS hard. Boom. Bro, chain blade's pumping. Purification mode initialized. I'm like, evacuate to entrance. Wait, what do you mean evacuate to... I can't get down the hallway. There's flames and shit. Yeah, so this is a wipe. Yeah, that's a wipe. But you know what? But you know what happens when you die? The power of Christ compels you. You go right back. You try it again because mama didn't raise a bitch. Posture check, please. I'm straight. My back's straight. I have an ergonomic chair. I'm good. How are the wet floor signs self-replicating? Because every time I get a new subscriber, I get really wet and I don't want any of the women in the room to slip. We have to have enough so that people are warned thoroughly. All right, so my second attempt on the boss. A little bit better down the main straight, but still getting hit. Okay, dodge that. Okay. Jasper2G, thanks for the Prime sub. Yuzu, thanks for the Prime sub as well. Guys, like I appreciate it. I do appreciate the Prime subs. I appreciate you guys dropping them here. But the wet floor signs are for like the T1 subs and the T2 and the T3. I have to get the tarp out at this point. Okay, so I'm constantly dodging. He's just attacking me over and over again. Okay, so now I know. Okay, activate the lever. Boom. He's neutralized. We're on pump mode. That's why we're on chain blades right now. I'm absolutely pumping him. Absolutely pumping him. Okay, so now I know I have to evacuate. I just start running out. Just run. I'm like, screw it, just run. Because I'm going to start taking damage now. You have to get the hell out. I could have done this better, but like, yeah, I chug a health potion here that saves my life because I barely get down the hallway with half HP. Barely get down the hallway with half HP. Okay, so now we're waiting. I don't know what to do. I haven't been this far through the boss fight quite yet. I'm waiting for some sort of cue. Can't run back up there. Purification is complete. Okay. All right, now we go. Now we pump and dump. Here we go. I was like, all right, so now we just run down the hallway again. I'm starting to understand it now. Can we run through flame? We're not bothering with the flame. We're good. Dodge the circle ability. Got smoked by that. That was not good. We're very close to dead right now. We are one hit from dead. Boo, big stomp. Good dodge. Good dodge. Another stomp. Big dodge. Big stomp. Alien chicken. Precisely. Oh my god. Good dodge. Good dodge me. Okay. There we go. We got the lever. Okay. So now we dodge again. Okay. He's going to stomp. Looks like 3 times. Yeah. One more time. One more time. There it is. Okay. Get the other lever activated. And at this point, I'm getting excited because I know I've got Oh no, he stomped one more time. Almost killed me. Not quite though. Easy boss slayed, boys. And again, I didn't even know what this was for. The first challenge. I don't even know what the is going on. I had no idea. Guys, I was just gathering. I was just exploring. And you find this shit. It took me to the Citadel. I'm like, what is this place? Oh, I'm looking around like, what's happening here? This is the place where all of the Saterra Sentinel. You're a Sentinel. To give you a little bit of the lore of the game, the main story is actually quite gripping and it's very good. Like the lore of the game is actually good, and that's not something that you say about most MMOs. Lore of the game is actually quite solid. Basically, there are many planets around you in this universe. Okay, I think 12 to be exact. You happen to be on Saterra. Every single planet has one Sentinel designed to guard the planet against the Void, which is going to try to invade. Okay, and the Void spawned because one of the Sentinels went bad. Not going to get into all that. But you're the guardian of Saterra. Okay, so this is where the Sentinels, like this area right here is where the Sentinels come together. This is where we all talk. We have powwows here. Very Elden Ring-like in terms of progression. Yeah, you can just run around and do whatever you want. It took me a while to kind of figure out what I was supposed to do in this room. Eventually, I do figure it out. But you can go up and interact with everything in the room. There's books on the shelves. You can go up the stairs and stuff. There's a lot of interactable stuff that you can go up and kind of explore and do. And everywhere in the world, guys, there is always something to be doing. Like, here's another one of those dynamic quests that spawned here. And I'm trying to figure out how to get this guy out of this cage here. Like, again, everywhere I go, here's me. Like, we're just going to gather some more. We're up here gathering out in the middle of nowhere because we have found a resource that we need. We're almost full green gear at this point because we've been crafting the whole time. We've been having a great time with it. So, yeah. Overall, guys, I have nothing but good things to say for the most part. The only reservations that I have, I am not sure what the end game is going to look like for this game. But I will tell you that as far as early game experiences go, this is as close to a 10 as you're going to get for an MMO experience. Like, the early game experience was S tier. The systems were approachable. I didn't have to look up any guides to explore the systems. I just intuitively figured them out, which means the developers did a good job basically laying them out in the game and allowing you to figure out. How is inventory limit, though? I never reached the inventory limit. So as far as I'm aware, there isn't one. But there is a weight limit. And you get a lot more weight every time you level up. And the weight was only really a problem in like the early levels for me. And then I never really had a problem with weight again because you just put stuff in the storage and then you're done. It's not really that big of a deal. It's old BDO used to have serious weight issues where it was so heavily monetized you could make a case that it was pay to win. In this case, not really. You're going to be making frequent enough visits to town and unloading your inventory. You're really not going to notice your weight very often. I'll be honest with you guys. If you watch my content, it means that you relate to me in some way and you probably enjoy the same kind of games that I do. I'm telling you right now, I got sucked into this game like a Hoover vacuum. The amount of exploration that I experienced in this game was unprecedented among all of the MMOs I have ever played. The world is so rich and full of life. There's always stuff to gather on. There's always stuff to go do, places to run around to, things to discover, chests to go explore, things to unlock, and things that it's just such a nice, rich, open world. There's always stuff to do in it. And then again, you've got crafting, alchemy, cooking, fishing, and literally everything you could want. It is missing. One of the big things that it's missing is I don't see any boat content at all. But there are oceans, straits, rivers, and biomes, like oceanic biomes. That doesn't mean we can't get it in the future. Here we go, fire crystal. Look at that. I'm like, oh shit. Let me get up in that. Let me get up on it. Right? Is there a marketplace? There is. Where you trade with other adventurers. Yes. Please sponsor Baldy Cacao Games. Well, who do you think gave me access to this test? Big shout out to the Cacao CMGM team. And the Chrono Odyssey devs for approving me. And again, the Cacao team has been really kind, really nice people.